in this video we're going to give you a walkthrough of VMS Live Event Spy. Now we've gone through how to get your API key, we've gone to what you need to do once you've set up your YouTube account. Now the next thing is how to use the software. Now in this video I'll just give you a general walkthrough, but if you look on the tutorials tab in the software, then you will see that there is a video for every single one of these tabs. And we've also got hints and tips, and we've got our recommended software. Now, so once you've loaded it up, the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to settings. Now in the settings you're going to type in your email, your YouTube email password. You're going to get the client ID and secret ID and the API key, which we went over in the previous video, and you're going to paste them in here. Once you've done that, you are going to go to get auth URL. Now what that's going to do is it's going to open, if you use Chrome, it's going to open Chrome. If you use Firefox, it'll open Firefox, and it'll take you to the authorization link. Once you log in to confirm your details, then it will give you an authorization code. So once you've got the authorization code, you literally click authorize account, and a box will pop up, and you paste your authorization code in here, and you click authorize account. So I'll show you how you do that now. Sometimes you might have to do it once or twice, but let's have a go. So we'll click get auth URL, and then I'll pause it while it's loading up the web browser. You will see the pop-up that says it'll open it in whichever browser, and then the browser will load on that page. Okay, so the name here may differ from that. It's whatever you call the project in your API credentials in Google, in console.developers.google.com. So that's what will be shown there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in with one of my test accounts. You just bear with me a second. And then it's going to come up with this app isn't verified. Now that's because we haven't actually submitted the application to Google to be verified as yet. Okay, so don't worry, the app's fine. You click advanced, and then you click go to live event spy. When it says unsafe, don't worry about that. That just means that Google hasn't verified it. There is nothing untoward that this app does, I assure you. It's totally white hat, and it abides by YouTube's terms and conditions. So click go to live event spy, and then what we need to do is once we've done that, it will come up with your project name, whichever you created in your console.developers.google.com, and your YouTube email that you used, and then it'll say what permissions that it's going to need to live stream. We don't actually have control of these permissions, so we couldn't accept any less or any more, or this is just exactly what YouTube needs to live stream. So scroll down to the bottom of the page and then click allow. So we'll do that, and then it will give you your authorization code. So copy your authorization code and then go back to the app. So you click authorize account, and then you paste that in there, and then you click authorize account. Like I said, sometimes it'll do it the first time, sometimes it'll do it the second time, but we'll see. So that's going to go away now, and it's going to check that your authorization code, etc., is right. So as you can see, it says there app was authorized, thank you. So that's cool. We will close this window, and now once it's authorized, you can see at the top of the page it says authenticated. So as long as you're authenticated, you are ready to go. Now the first thing, what we're going to do, the app is in, let's imagine it as 2 parts. It can be used for many, many different scenarios. You could use it to test rankings. So you can go to your publish, update, live event, and you can test different titles, descriptions and tags, and you can publish it, and you're going to know within minutes whether it's going to rank or not. You can also then delete that campaign in seconds, adjust a few things, and make another one, see if it ranks any better. There's lots of things that you can do with this. So what you're actually doing is you're actually placing a live event on YouTube. Now a live event is like a placeholder. So the main things that gets you to get traffic to a video is 2 things. One is the title and the other is the thumbnail. So if you imagine you create a live event, so then you've got your enticing thumbnail and title, and then when people actually see the live event and they click on it, if you've actually streamed a video to the live event, then your video will play. If you haven't, then you can still put descriptive stuff in your thumbnail and in the description. So in some circumstances, you don't even have to create a video or put a video up to the event, and you can still get traffic and clicks from it. You've just got to be creative and think out of the box. Okay, so that's the live event creation, if you like. This is where you publish an event. So if we're going to publish an event, let me show you exactly how easy it is. So first of all, you type in your campaign name. Okay. Video title. And then you put your tags. These are optional, but they're pretty good for SEO. So no spaces, so you put your hash and then whatever your tag is, then comma, then another hash. And you can carry on like that. Then you can put your description in. Obviously, you would be using more descriptive than this is just a test. This is just a test, isn't going to get me no traffic. And what you can do then is you can click here and you can upload your thumbnail. Now, read what it says there. Optional thumbnail size is 1280 by 720, and it has to be less than 2 megabytes long in size. It's also got to be a JPEG, a GIF, a BMP or a PNG file. So you select your thumbnail there. You set your start time. Now that's in UTC, so that's universal time. Now a lot of people don't actually know the conversions for universal time. So what we've done to make things easier is we've just put get UTC time. And if you click that, that will get the time in UTC right now. So right now in UTC it's 18:25. And in the UK it's 19:25. So I now know that UTC time is an hour behind me. So there's your date part of it. So you've got your year, then you've got your month, then you've got your day. And then after the T, you've got the hours, and then you've got the minutes. So that's what the time it'll be published at, the event will be published at. If you wanted the event to start and stop at a certain time, you can add in an end time. As it says there, that's optional. So you could have the event going for an hour. So it could be going from like 6:25 till 7:25. You could have it going, you know, for a few hours. Whatever you decide there. You've also got public, unlisted or private. When you're testing out at first, put them as unlisted, test them out, you know. Right, what you can also do, and then when you're happy with them, you know, put them public. Once you use the software and stuff, you can click that on if you want to use current time. If you didn't want to click that, you could, if you wanted to, let's say you put one up and you wanted to change the thumbnail, then what you can do is you can put the video ID in there and you can change the thumbnail. Anyway, once we're happy with whatever we've done, so let's just grab a thumbnail now, and we'll just use that one, and then we're going to press publish event. So that's going to go away and publish the event. It'll say in the log exactly when it's finished and stuff. It checks if you're authorised. If at that point you wasn't authorised, then it'll tell you you're not authorised and to go back to the settings tab to authorise the account. Okay, so as you can see, that's publishing. It shouldn't take too long. And then it's refreshing my events. And then in a minute, we'll be able to click the events info. And it will show us all the past events that we've had. One more thing to go over. Once we're in the settings, you've got advanced settings here. And you've got a number of events to show. At the moment, when you go to events info, it will list the last 50 events. But you can change that here. In advanced settings, you don't need to worry about these unless we tell you any different. So the only thing that you might want to change is stream interface. And that's either the new one or the old one. And that's totally down to your preference. We'll go over that in more detail in the other video. So let's go back to the main screen now. Okay, so if we look at the log, we can see that it was authenticated. It set the thumbnail and it's published the event. So we're all good to go. Now, if you want to know if that event is published without actually going back to YouTube, what you can do is you can go to events info. And that will, if you just give it a few seconds, that will actually contact YouTube and get a list of your previous events. So as you can see, that there is now the event that we just published. So if I click on the video ID and copy that, and then if I open my browser and then just go to YouTube, and then because I've copied, whoops, let's see if I can make this smaller for you. There you go. Because I've copied the video ID, I'll just click on something just to get just because I'm being lazy and didn't want to type the beginning in. So everything after the equals, delete it, copy your ID in, press return, and there you go. This is obviously a test account, but there's my thumbnail. This is just a test. And there you go. So we got title and stuff. And we've got the description. This is just a test. If I wanted to change that thumbnail to something else, you can get the video. So we go back to the software. And we've copied the video ID. Go to publish event. Click there to put the video ID in. Select a different thumbnail. So let's change it to a golf simulator. So we're going to change it to a golf simulator. We just click change thumbnail. And then that shouldn't take long. And it will go and change the thumbnail on the event for us. Now sometimes it does take a little bit longer for YouTube to update it. Sometimes it's not instant as soon as we've done it, but it shouldn't take long. So let's go down to the log. And oops, there you go. You can see it said change thumbnail. I don't want to press that pause button, sorry. Change thumbnail for video ID, blah blah blah, and it tells you what it's changed it to. So if we go back to YouTube just to check if it's changed it yet, and then we'll go back and refresh the page. No, but it will change that soon. So we'll check back on that in a minute. Okay, so that's how you change the thumbnail. Now, back to the events tab. So let's have a look now. Let's say you've published your event, which is here, and now you want to stream a video to it. One thing to note though is obviously if you get the right titles and descriptions and stuff, then this is really good at ranking really fast. If you've got an event that is actually ranking on the first page of Google, then as soon as you stream an event to it, as soon as you stream a video to it, then that will be classed as not a live event, not as much priority, and the rankings could possibly drop. So what we recommend is, if you're actually ranking an event on Google, then don't stream the video to it. That's what we've found from past experience has been pretty good. It's not always the case, you know, sometimes you'll stream the video to it and it'll stay there. But sometimes as soon as you stream a video to it, if it's on the first page of Google, I don't mean YouTube but Google, then it can drop. Right, so what we're going to do, if it's not on the first page of Google and you're ranking in YouTube, then obviously, you know, stream your video to it, whatever you need. Or, you know, or don't. It totally depends how you're using the software to what you want to gain from it. You know, people could be using it for stuff like CPA, and in that case they might not need a video, you know, they could just do with a decent description, title and thumbnail. So let's show you how to stream a video to it though. So let's say I want to stream a video now to this is just a test. I'd click here to get the video ID, so I'll copy that. And then I'm going to put the video ID here in the box. And you've got two ways to stream with this now. You can either what they call stream now, or you can stream to an event. If you wanted to stream to this event now, then you put the video in there and you're going to press this. And then that will take you, let's show you, that will take you then to YouTube, to your ingestion setting page. And what you want to do then is you want to, there's the thumbnail by the way, you can see the thumbnail has changed, it's probably just cached with my ISP. So once you come to this page you want to click single use stream key, and then you want to click save, and then you want to scroll down so you can get your stream key and that stream name. That's what we want, so we'll copy that. Then we'll go back into the software. You can read that, it tells you what I've just done basically. Go back into the software, we'll click on live events video streamer, paste it in there, we'll select our video here, and we will click stream MP4 video. I'm not sure how this will actually get on because I'm actually recording at the same time. I've never tried recording while streaming. It's not something that I'd suggest usually, but we can see. So there you can see all the messages coming up telling us what happened or what's happening. You can see the window to see exactly what's going on. You can see how many frames a second you're streaming at, your frame rate, your bit rate. Live events and live streaming do take bandwidth. There is no getting around that. If you've got really, really low bandwidth, then I do suggest running this on a Windows VPS if you want to stream. If you haven't got low bandwidth, you know, if you've got okay bandwidth, then, you know, it'll be fine. But if you know, if you've got a really, really slow connection, it's struggling, then go and grab a Windows VPS and it'll be much, much better for you. One thing to try if you have got low bandwidth is try streaming a smaller size video. So don't go, you know, streaming 1080p or 720p. Try and drop it down to 480p or something, resize it. Maybe, you know, that might just get away with if you got low bandwidth. Anyway, once this is finished, that window will close. So if we go back to Firefox, I've lost the window now. No, it was Chrome. If we go back to Chrome now, and click on Live Control Room. Then that there, what we do now is we click, you can see the preview. Just close that. And then what we do is we go to click preview, click OK, and then that should start. If that says bad, don't worry, there you go, it'll say good. It depends, like I said, you know, what you're doing at the time, how much stuff you've actually going on. You know, if you've got your console going and you're battering your internet with loads of different devices, it might be good to try it at a time when you're not, you know, using too much. So give it a few seconds, because we've obviously got a bit of a buffer between the stream getting from us, going to YouTube and coming back again. So that'll take a few seconds, and then it should start previewing here. If anything happens, you can always tell if this window stops or closes, or then it's finished streaming to YouTube. So we'll go back. Let's just try refreshing the page, because I did actually press preview before I should have done. Okay, so we'll press play.
Self-updated automatically.
And there you go.
Whenever Amazon comes up with updates in stock,
so this was just an Affinity Stores. This is an Affinity Stores video. And then what you do, once you're happy with the quality and stuff, you can press start streaming. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll go to view on watch page to see how good it is. Now, if you've got a low, slow internet connection, I don't recommend watching it while streaming it. Do you know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't be doing that. I'd let it stream first. Another thing that you can do, let's just stop that a minute. Stop the encoder. Another thing you can do, let me show you this now. Go to... Yeah, we know we're not receiving any data because we stopped it. Okay. The other way that you can do it now is this. You can go to, again, I don't advise recording and streaming at the same time, but I'm going to give it a go. So we're going to go back to Events Info. We're going to go to Get Stream now. And this will let you stream without actually having to make an event in the software. So you can put Get Stream Now, it'll open your browser, Chrome or Firefox. You come here, you click New Stream, you put in a title. And while I'm testing, I always set it to unlisted. Okay, and then click Create Stream. And then what you want to do is you want to go to Stream Name Key, go to Copy. So that's copied, and then go back to the software. Here. Read that, it just says that it's opened it in Chrome. Click OK. So go to the live event video streamer. Click there. Paste that in. And then go to Stream MP4 Video. Then you can go back to Chrome or Firefox, whatever you was using. Like I said, there's a little bit of a delay, so give it 10, 15, 20 seconds, whatever. Once that's opened, you know that the stream's actually streaming to it. You can close that. Then it'll be loading the preview, and hopefully in a few seconds we should see the preview stream. Okay, so there's the preview. So if we were happy with that, then we click Go Live. This gives you a little bit more data than the interface, than the old interface. When I said that the only thing that you'd need to change in advanced settings was interface, then This is what I meant. So if you'd have gone here and gone to advanced settings, if you'd have put that to old, then the old interface would have come up. The main difference between old and new is there's a lot more data on the new interface. But the old interface, when you stream by the old interface, you don't have to press the go live button. It's actually live straight away. Whereas on the new interface, you preview it first and then you press go live. You can check what your connection's like, you know, what your streaming's like to it. You can see how many concurrent viewers you got, how many likes, and all that stuff. There's no sound because I've muted it, but
if you'll analyze them,
there you go.
Find out why. Most of these stores are still using old.
So live streaming is really as simple as that. Now when you finish the stream in the new interface, you just press end stream. Like there. So I'll end that now because we don't need to stream, I'm just showing you. And then once you've ended the stream, then it'll upload that to YouTube. You press done. And then it'll upload that to YouTube as a streamed video. As a you know, a normal video. So that is as easy as it is. That's as easy as it gets for live streaming. So we'll go back to the software. So now I've shown you how to get the stream now, which is what we just did, and how you can stream to one of these events, which is your live events. Okay, it is really as simple as that. You've got the log files. I've explained the settings for you. You can load and save the API details as well if you want, even though it's actually done automatically in the software. But some people like to see load and save buttons, so I've added them there. And I think that's about it. You've got the full tutorials here. If we can think of anything else, we'll be adding more stuff in. If you've got any questions, you can put in a support ticket. You can always go to the tutorials tab and you can click support, and that'll open our support desk in a browser for you. So that is a quick, well, maybe not so quick, but there's your walkthrough for VMS Live Events By. Please check out the other tutorials. Make sure you watch them all. If you've still got any questions after that, then don't hesitate to submit a ticket, and either me or a member of staff will be only too happy to help. Thanks again for watching.